Hello, hello. Jeez, were you all waiting eagerly?
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Welcome in.
Oh, jeez, we're already at 8.
Thanks for the heart me. If you all can tap and share out the live and repost and do all of that jazz, that would be amazing. Oh, hey.
Hi. You accidentally hit the button.
We haven't spoken in ages.
It's been a hot minute.
I'll give you all a little sneak peek live in person. These will be dropping either later this week or early next week. I'm just finishing off consecrating the charms that come with it. Thanks. That was so cool. I love that. Low-key, I want to have pink hair again, but no. When I have pink hair, that means that I'm really manic.
We don't do manic, we just panic.
Exactly.
That was brilliant.
Oh yeah, what I was saying. These will be dropping next week. Either later this week or early next week. They're little Colossi kits, so it'll come with a full-blown ritual with all of the ingredients in separate packaging to do baneful working. So they're called Little Colossi. So, yeah. I'll check it after the live. A half-blown one, just for fun.
That's your... Is it going where it needs to go? That's all I care about. Please hold. Howdy, howdy. Oh, hey. We all good? Here, bubbling. We've got to check it. Candles.
Yeah, but that was just super weird.
Yeah.
Okay, Hecate.
Okay.
Well, her candle's been burning since 9 a.m, so she's probably like, bitch, chill.
Nah, that's still a manic colour, Sammy. Like if I go...
Oh, yay! I'm so glad you liked them. I hope the feathers come in good use too.
If you ever see me in red, it's the same thing.
Yay!
Really, Quack? You'll have to share it if you haven't already.
So it's definitely a good starting point, that book, Twaddle, to give you more references of where to look and where to go and what to watch out for. Anything Jake Stratton Kent, though, is really well written and really well researched, is the word I'm looking for. Yay! We're at 12, so who's going first?
You. Air signs.
Air signs?
Yep.
All right.
That's what I split on.
Do you want to change the music then?
Okay.
Because we already finished one side of the record.
We're blessing your ears with some Stevie Nicks tonight.
Okay. Spirit. General messages, clarity and guidance for the Air Collective for the week ahead, please. That one flew out. Thank you. Ooh, a lot of wands energy for my Air Collective. I love that the Lovers came out because I know that later this week, I think it's tomorrow maybe, Uranus is stationing retrograde, which is currently in Gemini. And the Lovers is ruled by Gemini. So for the week ahead for my Air Collective, center energy is 4 of Wands and the High Priestess. what this is telling me is that there needs to be a sense of trust with the people that you allow around you. Trusting yourself, being able to trust yourself to be able to pick the right people for you, and to allow yourself permission to exit if required with that Eight of Wands energy, or permission to charge in with that Eight of Wands energy. The highlight definitely seems to be relationships, especially with the Lovers at the forefront. So take note this week, my Gemini, my air collective, as to what those relationships of people around you that you keep are like. So let's delve in. Thanks for the follow. Okay, Spirit, what do my Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? Awesome. Okay, 3 reversals for my Gemini collective. It's a bit rough.
I'm just sending you something, Anita sent a new link.
Okay, so for my Gemini collective this week, the focus is definitely inwards rather than outwards. So in regards to the air collective reading, it's about looking at how relationships make you feel, the people that you keep close to you. How do they make you feel? How do they fill your cups up or deplete your fire, that type of thing. It's about reflection of that this week. Center energy being the Hermit in reverse, there definitely needs to be a sense of regaining your confidence and power within situations and within self. Ace of Wands in reverse is very much a lack of spoons, a lack of energy, a lack of drive, a lack of motivation. It's not doom and gloom by any means. It's very much internal. How can you replenish them? How can you replenish your own fire, your own drive, your own passions? Temperance in reverse, again, kind of highlight in regards to the air collective message. It's about how are you pouring into yourself and how are other people doing the same for you. There's definitely a sense of imbalance with that, and I believe that's because Harbinger of Chaos is overruling the energy. So even though things may feel a bit unbalanced and unstable currently, or they will this week, just know that chaos is rough when you're going through it, but it is a necessity of life. If you reflect back at all the tower moments that you've had in your life, they often lead you to be the best version of yourself in some way, shape or form, or they remove things from your life that aren't meant for you. And I'm very much drawn to the point of singularity with the black hole here, and it feels like for this week, for my Gemini collective, this week is all about a point of singularity. You are exactly where you're meant to be, and now it's just about fine-tuning things. Ride the waves of chaos, my Gemini collective, in short. And I think Uranus in retrograde is very much just going to highlight that. Okay, Spirit, what do my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? Okay, so this week my Aquarius collective is needs to drink water. Okay, so for my Aquarius collective, we have the Hermit upright as your center energy this time, which is really nice. It's a time of illumination. Now the Hermit card is very much a card of introspection, whether it's upright or in reverse, and your ruling planets, Saturn and Uranus, are both in retrograde, starting tomorrow or the day after. I can't remember, but yeah. So that makes Saturn and Uranus not so much become projections of outwards, but become inwards direction and introspection and all of that kind of jazz. So that definitely is the highlight of this week for my Aquarius collective. Now, what we will be introspecting on, we have the moon. So again, further introspection, further subconscious, the hidden aspects, the taboo, becoming illuminated almost. And that's what Saturn in reverse in Pisces can do, is it can, say you've said a little white lie or something like that, when it's in retrograde it can kind of like cause a series of events that make that little white lie come to fruition, in the sense of you can't hide. So this is very much of you can't hide from yourself this week, my Aquarius collective. And as a result of that, we have 9 of Wands in reverse, which tells me that you need to stand firm in your boundaries and what you will and won't accept. And that also applies to yourself. What will you and won't you accept for yourself, within yourself? How can you rephrase and reframe the way that you talk to yourself and all of that kind of stuff? So for my Aquarius collective, we also have the Mother Star card coming out, which is the Yes card. So if you've had any questions about anything, take it as a yes, but I am going to pull one of the wild occult cards for you. Okay, we've got Beyond the Veil. So again, a very much a inwards journey, discovery of self. Just know that whatever happens in this time frame of Saturn retrograde and Uranus retrograde is going to be quite impactful, and you will not be the same person once it's finished. Okay, now for my Libra collective. Okay, Spirit, what do my Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? Thank you. Okay, so this time for my Libra collective, we have 4 of how long is Saturn in retrograde? That will be until March next year. And then it'll go fully into Aries, and which is a really hard placement for Saturn, because Aries is all about forward movement and getting shit done and manifesting and all of that impactful burst of energy at the start, whereas Saturn's all about the long game. So it's kind of putting a leash on the Aries and trying to drag it back and restrict it. So it's like expansion within the confines of a prison, if that makes sense. Thanks for all the gifts, everyone.
Yeah, your favourite Leo males here.
Chris!
The suck up.
I'm doing good. How are you? So for my Libra collective, we have 4 of Wands as the center energy, which again is highlighting that community aspect as part of the air collective read. So community is a huge focus for my Libra collective. Now on one side I have Queen of Pentacles, which is a very introspective card of what is your relationship with the things around you and what you consider home and work life, that type of thing. So it's about reflection of how does your community around you feed into that aspect of your life. I have 6 of Pentacles in reverse though, which tells me that for some of my Libra collective there is a tendency to either not accept help or to take help too readily. Now that will change as it does for everyone, for situation to situation, but this is definitely a highlight of this week for my Libra collective. So pay attention to what it is that you give and what it is that you take and whether it's balanced, okay? My Libra collective loves to balance, and you need to make sure that what you're putting in is what you're getting out and vice versa.
Well, Chris, you don't get the soul title, okay? How would you like me to, moving forward, how would you like me to address this?
Okay.
Because you're not just the favourite Leo.
And my Libra collective, we have Beyond the Veil as well. So Look, I dare say that you'll probably find out some things over this coming week that will rock the boat a bit. But again, like I said for my Gemini collective, chaos is necessary, and just make sure that you're not the cause of it. Okay, now I'm going to pull one remaining card for my, thanks for all the gifts, for my air collective. Okay, what do they need to know? Thank you. Divine timing. Okay, so practice patience this week. We also have Capricorn. Yeehaw! We also have Capricorn on the bottom here, which is that Saturn energy. Capricorn being strictly ruled by Capricorn. Thanks, babe. So the interesting thing about Saturn is that it's very time related. I believe in Greek mythology, Saturn is Kronos, I believe. So it's interesting that we have Capricorn on the bottom as well as divine timing. So for my air collective, this week is very good. It's going to be a rough one. Very Saturnian energy surrounding you, very Uranus in reverse energy surrounding you. So be patient. Know that good things take time, okay? And you can't rush it, even though you want to. Okay. Over to you, my love.
Thanks. All right, we're going to go with our... Who do I do? We're going to go with Earth.
Why, oh no? That's kind of scary. Why?
Welcome in. Okay.
It's not meant to be doom and gloom, remember? Saturn is it's a malefic planet. However, it's one of the only planets that will reward greatly hard work. So, just remember you have been, Corfire, you have been putting in the hard work. So, keep that in mind.
Just the 12. It's been proven that the 13 signs are actually not accurate. But that's my belief. Alright, we are doing Earth signs. Earth signs for the week ahead. Thank you, Kellen. I feel like I'm like giving people the look. I'm squinting. The text is so small from where I am.
I can't make it bigger. How do people make it bigger?
I don't know.
Whatever. I can't swipe. It used to just be able to swipe and it worked.
Yeah. Apologies. I'm not giving anyone a look. No.
Just stank eye on all you.
Right.
All you motherfuckers in the chat.
Right. Earth sign. What do we got as the overview for the week ahead? For those of you that know, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective are the ones that we actually read for. So if you know your chart, that's where you'll get a lot of insight. So Earth for the week ahead, please. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus.
Yeah, I like that. Considering I just got a crystal 4 of courage and confidence.
This is very true. Stop looking at me, Savon.
Is B in here? B a mole. I just got myself another piece of Voldemite, seeing as my first piece went walkabout.
What would you call it? Voldemite?
Voldemite. Is that what I called it? Oh, well, it's called Voldemite now.
Yeah, Hippie, I'll try and upload them. Last week's ones, unfortunately, the file got corrupt. And the audio was not in sync. So we had some issues last week. But that's what we're calling it now, Voldemite.
Look, what is it? Like something like, the new age witch has come to die.
The crystal that shall not be named, right?
Right.
It was such a debacle, so I apologise for that. Sometimes we have technical issues, and on the back of the Mercury retrograde, we were having some issues. So, anyhow, howdy. Welcome in. We have done the air signs. We're on the earth signs now. So the overview for Earth this week essentially is that this week's going to be one about confidence. Confidence being key to your successes. Things have kind of been turned on their head over the last couple of weeks for you, for obvious reasons, with all the planetary shifts and whatnot. So, what are you doing? You don't know what you're gonna get with us. And that's because things have felt as though they have become impossible, and it's been a real reflection period for you to work through a lot of those fears. In order to regain your self-confidence is going to be the key to your successes this week. And it may require for you to step out of your comfort zone. You may already have an idea of what direction you want to go in as well. So bear that in mind. If that's where you want to go, that's where you're going to find that confidence as well. So I'm looking like the raving rabbits. That's standard.
I love them.
Right? That one. Yeah, I was a little rabbit wolf. Alright, we're going to kick off with Taurus first. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars collective. I know we've missed some comments. If Yuri wants to go back and have a little
suck a fat one. I'm moving forward. We don't go back.
Alright. What is that? Splat. Sorry, needed to do some technical issue things. Alright, who we got? Taurus. Taurus. I don't know who that is. But okay, Taurus for the week ahead. All right, Taurus for the week ahead. As I was saying in the overview about needing to step out of those comfort zones, this is more going to be targeting you lot. There have been these ebbs and flows that you've been working through, and it's now kind of time for you to reset yourself and your direction. A lot of things, no, not doing it myself, Yuri's here, but we've swapped the way that we do it a little bit. So basically one element will do the overview and the signs each. So we're swapping. Changed it up a little bit. I was getting a bit bored just doing the overviews, to be fair. I spent a lot of time sitting here doing nothing. But anyways, Taurus, back to you lot. Things have been ebbing and flowing. Now's that time to reset and for you to really step out of your comfort zone. I feel like you're going to start getting challenged with needing to put in the hard work and putting those hard yards in. Especially when it comes to letting go of anything that's no longer serving you. Particularly if you are Taurus with a heavy Scorpio placement, this may also apply to you, so just bear that in mind. And just let things go. Some of you need to work on that surrendering as well. It's kind of too regimented, and I want to say that that's in alignment with those who may have that Scorpio, that heavy Scorpio placement, so just bear that in mind, okay?
Does Pluto count? Because we all got that pretty much.
Is it a heavy placement?
Well,
it's heavily affected at present, but quite possibly. So, but for me, the feeling is more like it's in your big three vibe. So... we're not doing
records.
We're not doing yes no's tonight. We are doing the weekly Zodiac signs, which we do on a Monday. It is shared amongst the community, but this is where you'll find us. All right, so Taurus is up. Taurus is done. We're moving over to Virgo now. Do I even have any Virgos in here?
Yeah. Because you do Mars.
They're coming back to haunt you in your dreams, Brandy. Oh, look, it's a Peroni. A wild Peroni appeared. Ah, all good. All good. No, not yet. Aries hasn't been done yet, Bex. Okay. We have Virgo, please. Ooh, that was very quick. And you got stuck on something. Stuck. Alright. Okay, Virgo placements. This week is going to be about highlighting the release of negativities that I was also talking about in that overview. It's not really a week of rushing into anything that you may have fears that are surrounding you. You want to make... It's going to be very, very Virgo coded. You want to make that perfect decision, essentially. And that's where you're being asked to be more calculated this week. Things are balancing out for you. You are resetting those scales for yourself in a sense. And by the end of it, you'll find exactly where that confidence is needed to move through the week. So for the Virgo collective, I'm feeling that this is just, although it sounds quite general, it's in different aspects of life for quite a few of you that are in this collective as well. So it could be affecting that work, home, friendship group, that type of a vibe. So just bear that in mind. That is for my Virgo collective for the week ahead. And if anybody specifically in the Virgo collective has any concerns about family life, just know that everything's going to be okay. Kids are back at school this week. And I missed the last bit of that. What did you even put on?
B-52s.
I should have known by the vibe.
That's why I'm dancing over here like...
Right? Okay, next up we've got Capricorn. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead, please. Alright. Capricorn for the week ahead. Okay, you were the lot that had fallen out of alignment, feeling as though things weren't quite possible for you. Through all of that ebb and flow, everything's worked out. Everything is essentially where it needs to be. You are safe. Your loved ones are safe. There's nothing of concern there with the Capricorn collective. This week's struggle essentially is going to be with regards to being practical, balancing practicality and spirituality. And we know that the way to overcome that is in remaining confident in the way that you apply yourself. For some of you, dreams may have also been off the cards, and that will be coming in this week for you again. So just bear that in mind, pay attention, maybe keep a journal by the bedside, because you may find that there are some messages there as well. So that is for my Capricorn collective for the week.
Nice.
And that's Earth done. Over to you.
Are you doing a...
Oh, I'll do all of them at the end.
Okay.
You had a bizarre dream. I'll go back and look at some comments. Yuri's onto waters.
I'm just vibing hard with the B-52s. It's giving 60s sci-fi, and I'm here for it. Oh no!
Twirtle, that's not a dream, that's a nightmare.
Right? It is giving that quack, and I'm here for it. Okay, Fire Collective. Okay, Spirit. General messages and clarity for my Fire Collective for the week ahead, please. Oh, I love that. Well, I loved it. Loved it. Okay, so this week's center energy for my fire collective is the Emperor in reverse. Now, what that's giving is, in some instances, being too dogmatic and inflexible and harsh and a see you next Tuesday. On the other hand, it can also be a sign to pause and go back to smaller things in life, like gardening, creativity, getting back in touch with your roots, so to say, rather than trying to dogmatically charge ahead. Now, we do have the sun though, so despite that, it's an interesting read because on one side I have the sun and on the other side I have the tower. So this week I dare say will cause my Leo collective to want to withdraw. Leo collective, sorry. I saw the sun. My fire collective to want to withdraw and go inwards and focus on the smaller things. But it's ultimately about being able to navigate rough terrain effectively and efficiently without losing touch with yourself. That's kind of the overall theme for my fire collective this week. Okay, Spirit, what do my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? Was I doing water?
Yeah.
What? I'm doing fire.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I did say water. You're making me read for myself.
No, yeah. Now I got distracted.
That's fine. You do fire.
Spirit
Sorry,
says fire.
we
exactly.
pivot. We pivot.
I don't know, I was just winging it. And it's like, who haven't we done? Fire and water. Okay. Spirit, what do my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? Thank you. Okay, this is going to be a fun week for my Leo collective. Center energy is 10 of Wands, burden, demands, and overload.
That don't sound fun.
Well, she's tied up, so you know.
Well, for some of y'all, it might be a little fun.
So, 10 of Wands.
Just don't get kidnapped.
Look, as harsh as the 10 of Wands can feel, of like that oppressive feeling of having to carry shit and struggling and having to make it to the finish line, ultimately it is a closure. Something's coming to an end, and that's highlighted again by the Death card coming out. So this week is about you being able to let go, my Leo collective, of shit that needs to be let go of, and regain a sense of strength and confidence within self. True strength isn't harsh and abrasive like the Emperor in reverse. True strength is gentle. And it's kindness in the face of adversity. So learning to be kind to yourself and where necessary throughout the week. This is a week of patience and needing to be still as well. So ultimately another introspective week. So enjoy that. We did get stuck with the 5 of Wands in reverse though, which tells me that there's this sense of nitpicking or like what's the word? Like being petty with people that don't matter. So just be mindful of that this week, my Leo collective. It's time to let go. It's time to move on, and it's time to find your sense of peace in rough terrain.
I feel like Quack said, redraw. You're fired, Yuri.
Okay, Spirit, what do my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? And howdy, everyone coming in. Okay, Sagittarius. Ooh, that's a rough week too.
Poor Ashley.
I love that Harbinger of Chaos came out too. Because that's what it feels like for my Sagittarius collective, is that it's a very chaotic week. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. What it feels like, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, is that type of energy when you have almost completed a project and you're getting to the end and it's like, when am I going to fucking see the results? But you start rushing it in the end and not doing as good of a job. That's the center energy for my Sagittarius collective this week. And on one side, I have 10 of Cups in reverse, which tells me that you'll need to get your shit together, and not be so like reactive, frustrated. The Moon in reverse is also kind of alluding to that, that sense of reactive frustration and not really dealing with the true problem of the situation, like not giving yourself the grace to have a break if you're doing a physical task, or not giving yourself the grace to have a break if you're in an argument or something like that. You're just being reactive rather than addressing what the real issue is, that type of energy. But ultimately, Harbinger of Chaos has come out this for your overall energy for this week. And it does feel like it's a quite... I'm very much drawn to the snakes pulling in 2 different directions. And the butterfly effect. So in the image of this card, this is actually a graph of the butterfly effect. So it's one single thing causing a huge ripple effect, and it's the 2 snakes pulling separate directions, which is I'm very much drawn to. So I dare say that there potentially is something big going to happen this week for my Sagittarius collective, that may seem smaller, but has a big ripple effect. So pay attention to how you navigate that. If it makes it any clearer, I do have the yes card coming out, so potentially you need to say yes to whatever opportunity you're presented with this week. But yeah, see how it goes. Okay, so Aries. Spirit, what do my... Aries, you'd be too stubborn.
Yeah.
So I've got...
I said work smarter, not harder, but...
Okay, Spirit, what do my Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? The Star card came out as well for my Aries collective, so potentially needing to say yes to something. Fuck's sake. 9 of Cups in reverse is center energy for my Aries collective. Which... Okay. I feel like this is a little bit of a warning for my Aries collective. The 9 of Cups in reverse is center energy. So if you have walked away from situations this week or in the last month or so, and yeah, walked away from them, I would expect potentially with that 9 of Cups in reverse energy for there to be like rumination over it, or a sense of guilt or anger or anything like that over it. And so what you're needing to do is to remember why it is that you walked away in the first place, at its most pure sense and form, okay? So you don't need to put the emotion into it, back into the situation. It's just remembering why you did it for you and let it be. On one side I have the Hierophant in reverse, which again kind of highlights that energy of needing to remember that point blank of why you did what you did, and why you moved on, why you let go. Because yeah, the Hierophant in reverse is kind of, again, that very dogmatic pushing of views and trying to move forward. So we need to bring it back to that Emperor energy. Why did you, that Emperor upright energy, why did you let go? What was the initial reason? And the Emperor upright would do it in a very, it is what it is, I'm done, peace out, bitch type of way. And just like hold no animosity within self or external of self. It would just be a clear cut. Ace of Cups though coming out, which I really do like this. So this does denote for my Aries collective new beginnings of obviously relationships and love, but also new beginnings potentially with spirit, a reconnection to your craft. Think of it like that as well. Reconnection to craft, spirit, relationships. Yeah, all of that really nice, lovely stuff coming out towards the end of the week. But your overruling energy for the week is passage of time as well. So I dare say that because Aries is a cardinal sign, as well, you are being pretty... Is it cardinals? No, it's mutables that are being fucked up. Yeah. Well, fuck what I said.
No, the cardinals are starting to get a break, except for Aries. So only Cap and Cancer in the cardinal signs are getting a bit of a break. Because some of the placements, or some of the planetary placements are still in Aries.
Yeah, well, Saturn was in Aries and now it's retrograded, just gone back into Pisces. Yeah. That's why I still had it in my head.
Yeah.
But regardless, for my Aries collective, theme this week is patience, it's passage of time, inevitable journey and patience. They are telling me to read from the book though for my, this time, with the passage of time for my Aries collective. Robster, Robster.
Yeah, you're only half getting a break, Turtle.
Okay, so for my Aries collective, as I tread this dimly lit path, the future unfolds as it may, while the past fades into memory. I am sculpted by each step, surrendering to the inevitable passage of time. So a week of surrender for my Aries collective. Yeah, it is what it is. Time to let go. Let bygones be bygones so you can get that beautiful Ace of Cups energy. Oh, I'm glad. Okay, Spirit. One card to sum up the weeks for my Fire collective, please. Sagittarius came out. So I really do love the Sagittarian energy collectively for my fire signs, because Sagittarius isn't also just like the forward movement and the passion and the drive. It's the thinker, it's the philosopher. So again, kind of highlighting that introspective week that the Air collective had. So potentially look at picking up a book or listening to a podcast that kind of feeds your curiosity this week. Also on the bottom I have opportunity for change. So yeah, it kind of feels like you guys are standing still while chaos moves around you, and it's about navigating that this week. So listen to a podcast, feed your brains, okay? Oh yeah, I forget that sometimes we have a podcast.
Shameless plug, we have a podcast. So if the occult spaces are something that you're interested in and you genuinely just want to wet your pants, watching us is guaranteed to help with that. Hey Trace. It's also been recommended to me by a few people that you do not listen to it whilst driving. So don't do that. Yes, so if you ever miss, also if you miss the weekly star signs and you need to catch up for whatever reason, you're in a different time zone, we weren't on at a suitable time that, you know, helped out or what have you, you can always check us out on the Tubes of You, and the replay will be there. So as long as there's no technical issues, because last week we had technical issues, the sound was not syncing, there were many issues. I feel like I spoke like the orange lemon just then. Ugh. Anyways, I've said enough. You love this song?
It's such a vibe. Fun story though. I used to do pottery classes when I was a kid. And it was like, I say pottery classes, and it sounds really geeky and nerdy, but put it this way, it was a whole bunch of neurodivergent art weirdos and queer people that hadn't come out yet. shoved in a classroom together with sharp implements. So we used to dance on the tables and like have knife fights. I wish I was joking.
To Rock Lobster.
And then one time I was dancing on the table to Rock Lobster, and my friend, he jumped up on the table with me, and I wasn't wearing shoes, okay? And his head hit the fluorescent light bulb, and the light exploded everywhere. And like the kids were screaming in shock, and then one of them was like, "Oh, you're bleeding!" And I looked down at my foot, and there was blood everywhere, and that glass is still in my foot to this day.
Trigger warning, trigger warning.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise that. Yeah, fair.
Yeah, some people may be squeamish.
Sorry, I thought it was a good story, but...
Right? I know. And she still wears no shoes.
Yeah.
Where is this for adults asking for a friend, right?
It was so fun.
All right, let's jump into the... Thank you for sharing your story.
Okay.
We'll jump into the water signs for the week ahead. Welcome to those that are new. I did see that there were a few comments that popped in. We do the weeklies here. Shoes are the worst. I always wear shoes.
I hate shoes. I feel like they're optional.
Yeah. As in...
Me at the Met Gala, just fucking shoeless.
You'd wear a piece of string as an accessory,
100%.
and that would be your shoe. So what are they called? The chains? The chain shoes?
That's what I'd wear.
Yeah.
That's what I want to get married in.
Yes, I know. Quack said it's called the slave anklet. Not quite that. The really dressy ones. Alright, water signs, you're up. So we've got the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. For the week ahead, let's see what the overview is.
Well, we're putting on prints.
Yay! Join the double nose stud club on the weekend.
Oh, yeah!
I loves it. I say get all the piercings.
Right.
I'm here for piercings, tattoos. Don't ever ask me not whether you should do something, because I'm not the person who's going to
Alright, prints.
say that. Right. Water collective for the week ahead as an overview. This is gonna be a little reminder to the water collective. You are good enough, okay? You are good enough. You are worthy. You are able to get things happening practically, even if they feel like they are impossible. Sometimes you just got to let things be so that they can fall into place how they need to. That's essentially what your blocker is to any kind of changes this week coming up. 100%. Therapy tattoos and therapy piercings, all for it. But yeah, for the water collective, back to you lot. Sorry. You're going to have to get practical this week. And it's just a self-worth week. Really feeding into yourself, knowing that you are good enough, you are worthy. Things that have felt like they are impossible really aren't. We just need to pause
and
for a minute.
Buying a tattoo pew-pew so you can, too, get chicken scratch marks like me in a manic episode. I love these tattoos, though.
Yeah, they need to be done again.
They do need to be done again.
I mean, no, don't do that. Don't do them at home yourself. Yeah, you could have just said machine. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Hectic.
You could really tell, like, a professional chicken scratch.
Professional home job.
Exactly.
But the funny thing is the one that I've got here, people think I actually got done at a tattoo studio.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I did that myself.
The one that you did slaps. And that one's not bad.
No, that was your first go, wasn't it?
No, my hands were.
Okay. You probably should have gone there first.
Yeah, probably should have.
Then the hands. Facts. Don't threaten you with a good time. Right, we've got one now because I gave mine away. We had two. I had the old school, you know, the one that they don't have anymore. Who are we going to go with first? First, we're going with the Cancer Collective. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. The week ahead, please.
You. So egotistical reading for yourself. May as well like your own life.
Cancers, you're fabulous. Me being egotistical is putting them down and going, right, Cancers, this week you're going to be amazing. Everything's going to be awesome. Nothing is going to happen to you this week. That's that. You'll rock. Or have rocks. Or bought rocks. One or the other. Alright, that keeps coming up. Alright, I see you. Let's see if you'll come out. Right. Alright. Or kick rocks. Facts. No? Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to do Cancer first. Thanks. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a wolf speechless.
Well, you're pretty speechless when you opened that.
I was. So, okay, so we're going to go with Pisces. Am I allowed to do Pisces? Yes. Okay. Pisces, sorry. We're going to do Pisces.
We pivot.
Yes. The cadacity of the gaslighting. I'm often speechless. Okay, that's what we got stuck on.
Well, I would be too if I had rocks for brain, according to you with Cancer Collective.
Last time I got us a fruit bowl for retaliation, so I'm going to be quiet. Who's a spicy Pisces? Right? Alright, Pisces for the week ahead. You're being very close-minded and that's what's adding to this lack of you being good enough. You've had the dreams, you've got the practicality, you know where you want to go with things, but that self-doubt and that self-worth essentially is what is hanging in the balance here. In order for you to start looking at that bigger picture a little bit more, you really need to start getting those ideas and those dreams into the practical sense. That will help you this week. So if you are going through it, yeah, that's where you're going to find a lot of those answers. Look at the bigger picture. Have faith in yourself. Why are we self-doubting? I'm going to ask one more card. Which deck? Where did I put my other deck? That one. Why is Pisces self-doubting this week? Alright. Okay, for some of you, you may be struggling with moving on. Or you and yourself have just reached your limits with a lot of things. Or you're having some sort of like looking deeper at certain things, and you're just not quite there with the whole moving on aspect of it. The other lot, you may be finding that you've just been too charitable with your time, and that's taken its toll on you. It's time for you to start reining in that control. That's going to help you as well this week. So that's for the Pisces collective. Can't do Cancer now. We're going to leave them till last. Who else we got in the water signs? Scorpio, as Uriella calls them. Very explosive in the Scorpios. Alright, Scorpios, this week's going to be a big changer, game changer for you. For any of you who've been going through some serious shit in regards to work life, just take a breath. Things are going to settle down and there's going to be some bigger changes for you. Potentially even if it's in regards to career, I want to say that there would be some sort of a job, like a job change or something new that's coming in, or the person that you fucking hate's just moving on. Whatever it is, in terms of career for the Scorpio collective, that's the energy that I'm feeling with this change. Your struggle this week, however, is just leaning in and letting things be what they need to. So essentially surrendering to the divine and having things just fall into place. It's very Scorpio coded in you needing to let go of the negativity, and I know that that can be a sore spot for the Scorpio collective because, you know, we suffer for the sake of suffering. So take a chill pill this week, take some time to breathe out, let those changes come in, and let go of the negative aspects that are associated with that as well. If you fight against it, essentially you are going to be dealing with some horse shit. There will be backlash, there will be arguments, there will be a lot of that fiery energy around, which is not what you really want. So focusing on letting go and breathing out. You claim this 1,000%. Thank you. Okay, now we're on to the Cancerians. You are waiting for it. What smarty pants remark have you got now?
Nothing. I'm already in your head.
Alright, Cancers. Alright. See, told ya. Cancer's perfect. No issues here. We're all good. Alright, Cancerians. Just that reminder again for the self-care aspect. You are good enough. You don't need to kind of rely on anyone around you. Things that are being playing out for you now are just pushing you closer towards your goals. There is newness coming in this week as well. You've been working on letting go on a lot of that negativity that's been surrounding you and no longer serving you, essentially. This week for you is all about that surrender, letting things be. I keep hearing the saying, let sleeping dogs lie, whatever it is. Is that what it is? That one. All I hear is the let dogs lie. I haven't got the rest of it. But anyways, that's for my Cancer collective. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. That's the one. For the Scorpions in the week ahead. Let sleeping dogs lie. Yep. You want to poke the sleeping dogs. Okay, well you can do that. The week ahead is, again, it's a fine balancing act. Essentially, before you act, you should probably pause, meditate, and contemplate whether it's worth your energy in the long run. I know that that's not what Quack wanted to hear, but that's what you got to hear. So that's the Cancer collective for the week ahead. Done.
You doing your cards?
I would, except that device is dead and this one's like 1%.
Yeah. I'm at 100.
You're at 100? Alright. You missed them all, cheeky. We're done. Please hold. I'm going to pull from the deck. I'm going to pull a card for each of the elements. Where is my thing? No, we don't want that deck. We want that deck. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, on the Four of Wands podcast page, I do have a online oracle deck. It's pretty cunty. It's my style. What can I say? So we're going to pull a card for, who did you do first? Air.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for the Air collective, your weekly oracle is, you're not bad with money. You're just allergic to spreadsheets. So that's the air signs. For the Earth collective, you've got cry it out, clean your face, keep going. Healing isn't cute, it's necessary. For the fire signs, we have Mercury isn't in retrograde. You're just a shit talker. Try silence for once. That's my fire sign collective. And for the water signs, we have you're not unlucky in love. You're just ignoring your gut. That red flag, it's not a challenge. And there we go. There we have it. That is the Zodiac signs for the week.
Amazing.
If you did miss any of them, just remember you can catch the upload on the fourofwands.podcast tube of you. So if you need that recap, that's where you'll find it. Hopefully I'll have that uploaded tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Thank you, Kellen.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. But on that note,
we're done and dusted for the week. We may catch you later on in the week.
Yeah, you usually catch us.
Yeah. Well,
But one last little appreciation.
yeah, we've got some new goodies coming.
We do.
Yep.
So this is the Lil Colossoi. So a nefarious kit for nefarious dealings, and that'll be up later this week / next week. And it comes with a talisman made on silver leaf.
Yes. So we're waiting for the consecration.
With a full ritual and all the ingredients, with also some notes on what you could add to it and all of that type of stuff. Ooh. Well, I have a lot of herbs. A lot of herbs and things.
Yuri definitely likes the herbs and chilies.
I do. Purple rain.
Yes, Yuri does have a lot of herbs. There are shelves of herbs in the shop.
Yeah, and they're the only ones that I sell. There's a lot that I don't. Because it would probably be illegal.
Mm-hmm. What was that? The third one pulled was literally right.
That's my favourite one too. Or as Dr. Phil likes to say, never miss a good opportunity to shut the hell up. I want that tattooed on me, but just as like the start. NMAG.
Right? You know that I've heard it way too many times when I can quote it with Yuri.
Mm-hmm. I have sent herbs to the UK. Exactly. No mouse food. And I'll have a little cat. A little cat with the speech bubble. No mouth for stew.
It's like our favourite game to play when we're behind like license plates. We'll say random shit of whatever it is. So like as an example, if it's like DBRF, it'll be DeBurf.
DeBurf.
And it just puts us in stitches. We're the most childish people ever.
Right. And then
Yeah.
you try and incorporate the numbers as letters as well.
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah, if it would be like... I love it when it's got Q's in it because it makes it hard.
Yes.
Quirks. Quicks. Quirk.
I make sayings from Les. I do that too.
Me too. My favourite number plate that I've ever had was NXM41M. Never crossed me for one moment.
That was the most Yuri-coded plate ever.
It was. Right? Loved that number plate. Every time I looked at it, I'm like, that's right, bitch.
Right? But yeah, on that note, we're going to love and leave you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining us again for the weeklies.
Thanks.
We'll be back next week. It'll be, I assume, just in case, like, if there's, you know, health issues, whatever, but it'll be Kellen and someone.
Mm-hmm.
So, but obviously we chop and change it if there's, like, family emergencies, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot. But if you aren't already, make sure you give Kellen a follow just there, as it'll be Kellen and someone.
And on that note, toodaloo, bitches, be good, or die trying.